Welcome everybody. Today we're jumping right into it. I'm ready to get some hats done. Here is the logo we're embroidering onto two different type of auto hats. These two right here, I'm having a bit of an issue on this first one. I'll show you guys up close why, but this one should be a breeze. After I figure that out, get them running and done, later on in the video, I'll be showing you the digitizing for this one here. Little graffiti type logo that I'm gonna be embroidering on a hoodie. So don't forget to like and sub for all your embroidery content. Now let's get started. Let's bring the issues to the front of the camera here. All right, first problem, I'm getting too many little bumps on these tiny letters. Like on the I, you have that tie in, tie out. So for these bottom letters, I'm eliminating cuts so that it's gonna leave the jump stitch when it jumps to the next letter. It's a little bit more work having to go in there at the end and cut them out, but hopefully we will avoid those little issues. Second thing, because this hat is a performance hat, I guess it has this little pattern to it, kind of like squares that you could feel, and some of these letters are getting distorted from that pattern. Like that M, it goes straight, it shifts, and then it follows another pattern on those squares. I guess it's what is moving those. And all here, same thing, eliminating those tie-in, tie-outs. And here's what I'm gonna be doing different on the next hat. I'm really gonna hit it with everything that I have. I don't wanna mess up another hat. So to start off, we're using 2 sheets. Again, this is really thin. On that one, I used just one. The design was simple enough, so thought maybe I didn't need it. For this one though, I'll be using 2. Since this one doesn't have the stitching down the middle, I'm gonna just put a little piece of tape and my marking because it's a little bit harder to do that or to center it once it's on the machine. Second thing I did was put fresh needles on both my tan and my brown, just in case that's also part of the problem. Now I'm gonna reload the design. It's gonna line it up to the marking, which is pretty good there. And the last thing I'm gonna do is put some water soluble stabilizer. That's right, I don't want to hear it. No, you don't have to do that for hats or for that hat. I'm doing whatever I can right now. I'm thinking this is gonna kind of buffer some of that texture that the hat has, and it's gonna let the thread sit a little bit cleaner, flatter. So let me go ahead, fast forward to the first spot of the hat. My goodness, I'm already messing up. I started running the exact same design before I did the changes to the digitizing I mentioned. What I'm gonna do here, so I stopped it. I'm gonna reload the same design so that it takes me back to the starting position. Then I'm gonna load up the new design. And since the sizing of it, the shapes, nothing was actually shifted in the digitizing, it is still gonna match to the one letter that I already started with. So let me fast forward a bit. Let's go ahead, hit that I one more time and keep it running. Now this job, we picked it up quick and we're getting it done quick. Yesterday they hit us up on Facebook Marketplace, that's right. Usually they ask for what kind of hats we have. We showed them the autos and some Yupong 5 panels. He said he was looking for trucker hats. We're like, yeah, the auto 5-panel trucker hats are real nice. Showed him pictures, cool, got the logo. So that was yesterday, Monday. We're like, yep, we'll have them Wednesday for sure. They send a deposit, put in the order on auto, picked them up today, this morning. That was a bit of a mission. It was very rainy today in LA and around the area, so bit of a mission, but we went, got them, getting started, finishing it. Finishing it today as well, and they'll be picking it up tomorrow or we'll be shipping it out. 3-day process, pretty good for us. All done. Let's take this off now. Okay, before I yank that off, I do want to cut a little bit of those jump threads, because then I'm going to be pulling on the water soluble stabilizer and it'll be pulling those threads pretty hard. And that's mainly it. I think all of that was out of focus, so awesome. It just wants to focus on my hand when I put my hand in there. But if I activate the tracking on the camera and point it to the hat, then it knows to keep the hat in focus for the most part. All right, I'm gonna take all of this off and I'll show you in a second. It got a little busy and a little noisy here in the garage, so I just decided to run the rest of them here. It was a bit of a rush job as well, so we've had a little bit of rain the last couple days, which has been really nice. And here's my baby's Halloween setup. And here he told me he wanted to show the camera his moonwalk. He was listening to Billie Jean at the time. It got a little noisy, guys, so I just worked through it. They still need some cleaning. We did have to wet them. A tip I got from one of you guys, we wet it from the inside and then just with some stabilizer, took it off pretty nicely. Still got to cut the jump stitches. We haven't hit it with the lighter, but look at the difference in the type of hat, how much cleaner this one's coming out already without any water soluble stabilizer. All done, have those there. This was the last one. Got all of these and these, look at that. They still need some cleanup, but much cleaner than the other ones right out of the machine. So with that done, we could go on to our second project, which is going to be this one. It's pretty much ready to go, so you'll just see me hooping. I am going to jump into hatch 2 because there are little areas that still need some closing of gaps, somewhere like here, right there, and another small little areas. Besides that though, I'm just going to show you how I put the order of colors and shapes, and then it's just going to be about running it. I think it's going to take like an hour to an hour and 20 minutes, so that might be the last thing I do tonight. It's 8 p.m. It's about that time we start shutting it down and just going inside. First of all, I had done this at 10 inches. It was like a little bit short of 10 inches when it was all done, so I'm doing 11.2 in width at 5.6 in height. Initially he wanted it 10 and 5 in height. Once I cut it out and I put it on top of the sweater, he's like, yeah, I think we could do a little bit bigger. So we're gonna leave it at that, 11.2, an inch bigger. That should be more than fine. What I usually do, I get my stitch out, look at it real close, and then I just go in there and places that don't seem right. So here, the blue was inside of the letter. So I'm gonna pull that out a bit. It looked like there was a gap, but no, it's actually just the blue that's going too far in. So everything here, just gonna pull it out just a little bit. And then for sure, I did have a gap right in here. So let's go ahead and move this a little bit closer this way. Just like that. We'll probably do a tat here. The blue as well. It was way in here. There's blue inside what I'm looking at here, so let's pull that away a bit. There you go. Make sure there's enough white here to cover. Yeah, we're looking good there. What else? Honestly, that looks like about it. Now this one is my second stitch out. My first stitch out had more of those issues, so gaps, and also I had lost all of this border surrounding it, especially on this left side here. On the K, there was none of that blue showing, so I pulled it out as well to the left and made it much thicker. Here's the width, 0.158 inches, like that. Not much to this one. It was actually pretty easy when I first saw it. I thought it was gonna take a bit more effort, but no, I mean, it's just letters, solids. Fill this with black, add a nice border to just about everything to make it look clean. And here's how it's gonna stitch out. I went with the outside border first, and then white, and then the blue. So we had to put these little drops first, and then the blue letters, because the black borders go on top over these drips. Just ending with all the black and these little white things here. I'm just gonna change the blue, this one, although it looks really nice, way too dark. So I'll see if I can find something more similar to that blue, and I think we're ready to go. Let's get the hoodie on here, straightened out. I'll be using my black stabilizer here, and of course my 11 by 13 Mighty Hoop. You guys already know, if you need some free shipping from getting your Mighty Hoop products, my link is in the description for just that. Write it down, take a screenshot of it, use it later if you ever need to. I'm not quite sure how low it's gonna go, but let's get this stabilizer in there and then see what'll look good. I'm thinking my usual 4 inches will be the sweet spot. Got a piece of tape right there, but my 4 inches, it's gonna be based on this, not this, because the top of my design right now is based off of this. So if I do my 4 inches here, the letters are actually gonna be like 5 inches. So I'm gonna make sure that I put my start and stop on the letter H right there. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. Everything's going according to plan. Let me just update the new design onto this guy. Then we'll hit the green button. So the presser foot is definitely gonna hit the hoop here. Gotta rehoop it, move the sweater down, and then we're good. Here we are. I'm also gonna flip the design upside down, hooping it from the bottom of the sweatshirt so I don't risk embroidering the hoodie or anything else from this side. Not worth the risk. Four letters of white, down one, and then 3 other ones. I don't know if we're gonna make it. I have this, very little, and even the one I have on the Melco is struggling. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Oh, we made it with thread to spare. It already moved on to the blue. Still got some white back there. So we're in the clear. 53 minutes left still. Finally done, ladies and gents. Got the jump stitches, you guys already know. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Anyway, definitely need to clean up the front and the backing, of course. But check it out. I actually like the darker blue that I had first. There's a bit more of a distinction between these two, but this one's pretty close to his original logo color. That is it though. It is 10:26 p.m. Another day chasing the dream, getting stuff done. I'm gonna put the camera down, pick it right back up tomorrow. We'll clean this up, take some pictures of it. We're trying to get more in the habit of taking better quality pictures of just about everything that we do. We make new listings on Facebook, get them up on Instagram, and yeah, that just helps more big time. Definitely something we're actively working on because we lag a lot on those pictures, getting things done. We do some really cool stuff sometimes and we have nothing to show for it. I don't even record certain things sometimes, not even for YouTube, so that's what we're working on. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. I did have some other things I wanted to show you guys, but I'll leave it for the next video. I'm gonna sign off in just a bit, but here's the one that I was talking about last time. Got that done, looking nice. I'm also gonna be embroidering this on the side of a hat. See that nicely digitized image? I'm gonna be doing that on the side of a hat, so I'll probably record that right now as well. And I'm also gonna be embroidering on a child's like a cheerleading jacket or something like that, I think is what it is. So stay tuned, like and sub to the channel to follow along and see all of these random projects. But I think that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Deuces.